All right, guys, into the picks and bans we go. I promised you a giveaway. I will give it away at the end of these picks and bans. You still have time. Hashtag charity if you haven't entered the chance for a Guan Yu convention skin. All right, game number 2, Bot Empire versus Salamander Squad. Game 1 went the way of Salamander Squad in what seemed to be a really controlled matchup by the Athena. Soul's still going to be banned out. We'll see if the first pick ends up being an Athena this time around or what they try to do, as that was, to me, my issue that I saw.
It's definitely interesting to see the Soul Band come out. I think they'd be aiming for more targeted comps, especially in the second game. If they lose this one, they're out. But they're going to take Xingqian. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, standard ban's coming out right here, but with first pick, Bot Empire does have the option now. They might go ahead and try to go with the Athena, unless they feel really confident. Maybe they just want to run it back again. Maybe it just felt like they just didn't execute it properly, especially early with those minions walking in front of Dirty Bubble. I mean, it was so unfortunate because there could have been 2 or 3 kills we're talking about where Thanatos was going to get that ahead. And that ended up really being a big difference. Not getting those kills, those simple little minions walking through were pretty annoying. Yana's going to get banned out right here. We'll see what the first pick is. Is it going to be the Athena? Is it going to be the Khepri? Or is it going to be the Ao Kuang? Will we see Dirty Bubble's Ao Kuang just first picked?
If they do manage to first pick that, it'll definitely be a strong suit for Dirty Bubble there. Because his Thanatos, while he played it relatively well, just kind of got shut down with help from the minions in the early game. But overall, it was just kind of a not necessarily poor showing, but it wasn't as strong as the Ao Kuang we saw a couple games ago. And it does look like they're hovering over it, trying to decide do they want Khepri or Ao Kuang more, and it looks like Ao Kuang's going to be their decision.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this might be the best choice. Give a god that Dirty Bubble's very, very comfortable with, something that can go ahead and do it. But the Okie Doke, with the quick spamming of the Khepri instead, will we see the run back is the question.
And now we, fine, okay, and stops. So this is where we were. Last time they almost immediately grabbed Ao Kuang. And now I'm wondering, do they want to try, what are they thinking? Like, are they thinking, okay, should we just grab it so we can't have it? Or are they going to let it slide and see if they can go? Because now that they're sitting up 1-0, they can afford to lose a game in the event that the Ao Kuang does go to Dirty Bubble and they end up...
I think the Athena's more important. The Ao Kuang looks to be... I think you might as well just run it back. I remember Ao Kuang Athena. Yeah, it worked for you last game. Just grab Ao Kuang Athena one more time. Yeah, there it is. I mean, that's just... It makes just too much sense to sit there and do it. What won them the game last time, it's like, why not? With Bellona banned out and Giannis being banned out, the Nox didn't really do too well. We might see something a little bit more damage-oriented, something like the Poseidon, or even, you know what? Something as simple as, like, the Ra might be there. Chiron's also going to get picked up again. Chiron's is very strong. Nothing really wrong with that god at all. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something that could heal a little bit. And the Isis is going to be the circle protection. That might be what ends up getting hovered over from mid. Spirit balls are very useful. You can silence Ao Kuang very easily. When you know what's coming. He's very predictable in his movements, so you can always go ahead and get that as well. So we'll see if that ends up being the lock-in.
And with this, they are leaving a little bit of space for Dirty Bubble kind of decide, does he want to go for Thanatos? Or do they think maybe that Salamander might ban it away so that he can pull out some other pick? Or is he just
mid? Salamander's looking to run it back. Salamander is like, we're running it back. Yeah, we won with this team last time. We're going to win it again this time. That's what they're trying to do. At this point in time, honestly, I think Dirty Bubble decides to pick up Thor. So if Thor isn't banned out right here, that's my choice of jungler that he's going to be on. He was very effective at last time, very mechanical. Thanatos is going to get banned out. Look for possibly they're going to get rid of the Freya. That was obviously very annoying to deal with last time. So that won't be a complete run back for Salamander Squad, as Freya won't be listed. But look for, if they want to run a magical ADC, they don't have to run the Neath and mid at this point in time. They could sit there and run it elsewhere. Cabrakan looks to be the solo laner.
Cabrakan being hovered over, it's one of those few picks that he can be ambiguous. So like he could go to the jungle, except they already have Ao Kuang. It's like he could be support, except they already have Athena. So he's really narrowed down to that solo laner, and I'm not sure if he's gonna have as great a matchup as they might hope.
Okay, looking for the Hoombots as well. You know what? This monkey just slips my mind all the time because team fight oriented, Hoombots just destroys team fights with that ultimate. Fear No Evil is very, very potent in the game. It's one of the biggest ultimates in the game that just can change a team fight. You're running in one direction, all of a sudden you're in another direction. Sobek looked to be possibly for the solo lane right here. See how Zerk can go ahead and do on that versus what looks to be this Cabrakan, the solo lane as well.
As waiting for them to lock in here. And yep, there we go. So we have the full team comp for Bot Empire, and now it looks like we're just going to have the last thing coming out for Salamander squad. And this could honestly be it could be a mage for the mid, unless they're sending Neath mid, in which case I'm expecting maybe another hunter, mainly because they are sitting relatively high on this magical damage here.
Medusa, yeah, it is. They're going to go ahead and run the double hunter with this. This is Salamander taking a little bit of a risk. We'll see what ends up happening right now. This is game number 2. They have options. Well, we're going to end up going into the game. But guys, I did promise you a winner for the Guandu Convention skin giveaway. My winner right here, right now, as I hit the button, is going to be Scarpins. Scarpins, if you're still in the chat, say something. Let us know that you're here. Tell us how much you love Detonate. Tell us how much you love Friday Night Smite. Spam out your favorite team. Let us know that you're still around, buddy, and we'll go ahead and get you that convention skin as soon as we can. All right, guys, until the next time, into the match we go. Game number 2 starting soon.
Without you here, I would never see the stars. I'm headed for you. Foot on the gas. I'm coming straight at you, no looking back. You are my star. We are connected, misdirected to the high. You are my star. We are connected, misdirected to the high. Then we collide. Was that?
All right, everybody, you already know the teams. You know everyone on them as we've introduced them several times today, so I'm not going to go through those standard introductions. What I am going to talk about with my co-caster here, Gore, is just, what do you think? What do you think the outcomes are going to be here? What kind of thoughts you got going on?
Well, I'm kind of feeling two sides to it because I noticed that, Athena and Medusa, they make a great combo in the dual lane, but the Medusa's going into the mid lane here. And the Cabrakan kind of gives me a shaky stir. I think Bot Empire is going to be able to take this with their comp.
Actually, yeah, trying to think, is the Medusa going to go see Transcendence and then Boots 1? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Soaps. Yeah, there you go. You are right. I have to swap those two around. I didn't notice that with the Medusa going mid. So a little Epsilon-esque going down over here. Lots of wards placed out as well. So about 150 gold spent in wards. We have one right there in the mid lane as well, and one as well on the backside. Make sure there's no invades going down and about for the boys in red. Salamander squad does not want to give up an early first blood, especially to anybody like the Dirty Bubble who can get rolling pretty quick. But yeah, I agree. I mean, this could easily go to bot side. I mean, with this team composition that they have, the Cabrakan is the Cabrakan's jungle.
Yeah, that's
hold on. I am all like, they decided, they picked the gods and then they swapped the roles on me, and I'm all just sitting here like flabbergasted. Okay, so iFate's to get, you know what, it's kind of awkward. We've only seen him really in like hyper carries. We've seen him on the Mercury earlier today. We saw him on the Ao Kuang obviously last game, and now he's going to be on a supporty kind of, god over here in the Cabrakan. So we'll see what ends up happening.
I'm kind of curious to see him play this because, Cabrakan does get a lot of extra damage. He gets the stun off his one along with some movement speed, so his ganks can be pretty well done. But like we've said, iFates has only really been on hyper carries the entire time, so it's going to be an interesting change of pace.
Well, they call him Fat Loki for a reason. I mean, he does a lot of damage, and we'll see if that name will stick through as... Right now, is this going to be clearing the mid wave? Everyone's going to be okay. I believe the mid Harpies got split by both teams. Everyone should be hitting level 3 here soon. Yeah, they do. So everything should be fine and dandy as that's going to be fine. Overhead Smash going to connect in. Dash is going to be coming out. Back Harpy Invade coming through right now. Now with Spirit Ball, this could be kind of dangerous, but the clear is pretty quick. Wow, that clear just eliminated all of the minions pretty fast.
And they're gonna force Medusa to take kind of an awkward path back, but a nice rotation coming from the solo lane, gonna kind of force Dirty Bubble to back off here.
Yeah, nice little job. I mean, going back to your teammates, little rotations coming through by the solo lane, nothing else going down. So we'll take a look. Oh, over here in the dual lane, Sabbath is going to get the pull. Wow, he's got to get a couple more auto attacks. Doesn't. There it is. Nice auto attack between the minions. Able to clean that up. Almost got the double right there. Barely any health, though. Training exercise will heal him up slightly, and that will be good enough for first blood. But Sabbath is looking for more. There goes the Spirit. Didn't hit connect. There goes the grab. Can we get the double kill? There's the giddy up. Wow, with the quick double, and they are in the lead just like that.
Now, Bot Empire trying to turn this game around from what they experienced last time, and Sheikah actually going to pick up a kill in the mid lane onto the Isis. Man Ray going to fall slightly behind because of that, but Dirty Bubble going to pick up some of this farm here, and a 2-for-1 trade, but those first two kills went onto the Hunter for Bot Empire, and that's going to help him get that build online much faster.
I did not see if Isis went purple bot. I think she might have gone purple bot with the start that... I don't know, with Reliquary, this is a really interesting start. I'm not too sure. I wasn't looking too hard at the pots as we were kind of discussing. Oh, there goes the Medusa ultimate. Had a quick turnaround. Savas is in trouble. Not even level 5 yet. Solid comes out. There goes the Spirit Ball. Overhead Smash. Doesn't matter. There goes iFates cleaning up that kill. Dirty Bubble is not 5 yet, but he's auto-attacking. He's trying so hard. Oh, there goes a dive. There it goes. Dirty Bubble making the plays. That's why he's so damn good. Able to sneak in right there. He's going to go around the side. He has to watch out. There goes the Athena over here on the side. There goes the Tremors.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful jump from Dirty Bubble there, but Orphan gonna pick up the kill as Subs comes over and picks up Man Ray on the side of that. Now
the rotations,
Salamander Squad setting up 4-3. The first two kills went in favor of Bot Empire, but Salamander Squad was not gonna sit by and just let it go.
They got out-rotated right there. That's all that ended up happening. You know, Dirty Bubble took a great pathing. I mean, that fight right there, he was no HP. I mean, just the fact that he went back in there and took a chance, knowing his character so well. Didn't even get a crit to my knowledge, but just was able to do enough damage to take out Medusa, which was very, very important right there, and stop her from stacking right away. She ended up backing just short of Transcendence. We'll take a look at Golden Hand, 1348, 1360. That's so bad when you have the back right there. So another back going to be coming up for this Medusa here soon, just in order to get Transcendence online and stacking. We'll see if Bot Empire,
into the solo lane here as Athena is going to get the taunt down. They're trying to get that Sobek, but Chargebread going to get him out of there before the Cabrakan ult can go through. And he's going to walk away from this safely. A 3-man rotation there.
Well, the Cabrakan, this Cabrakan actually, now that I'm looking at this, it takes me a second to sometimes realize what's going down. Like, why Cabrakan? And then when you really look at the team composition, only Dirty Bubble can jump over that thing. Everyone else is stuck inside of that wall. Sabbath can't jump out. Wowie can't, he has a dash. He doesn't have a jump. Isis is stuck in there. The only thing you can do is throw circle protection. So, the Cabrakan pick is actually really good and smart by Salamander's squad here in order to do that. Going to get hit with a little bit of the shield wall overhand smash. A little bit of poke back and forth in the mid lane we go. And right now, all the buffs are up. Red, speed, and blue. And, well, everyone, rest in peace, the speed buff. We won't be seeing her next season. Won't be there.
Nah. Unfortunately, that'll be a thing that will go down. But for now, still going to be a very okay pick right as we see him. And so far, it looks like we might see Sabbath coming in on the Soaps here. Soaps trying to get the boxing down on WoW. He doesn't quite realize it, but the Athena ult is going to come down. Soaps about half health, but going to make it out okay. Big taunt coming down to get Sabbath away from her. The pluck's going to happen. We're going to see WoW go into the ultimate. Gets 2 of the shots. Does he have the ability? And he does shoot it, but it's not enough to get the kill.
Not enough yet. 15 stack of Transcendence. If he had 1 or 2 more stacks, I'm going to imagine. How much health does Neath have? Neath had about 100 HP. So he needed a little bit more right there. It should have been... It was okay. Yeah, not quite enough damage on Masterful Shot right there to be able to do that. So a good attempt, though. A nice little fight. Ultimate was used and popped out. So it's going to be a wary. They're going to know that that's there. But Fine OK is really the ticking time bomb, I guess, in the solo lane as... he's 0-0-0, and I think this is somebody that you need to camp. I think you need to camp this Ao Kuang and just really make sure that he doesn't get ahead.
Oh yeah, no. Eventually, they're going to go through this, and it's going to be 4v4 fights. Maybe if the Sobek rotates over 5v4. Once we see Fine OK rotate over, that's just all of a sudden there's going to be this massive amount of damage influx that I don't think Bot Empire is going to be ready for.
Oh, another Medusa ult's gonna Sabbath, not able to turn around on time. It looked like he was turned around on my screen, so a little bit awkward right there. Gonna take the Neath ult, is Dirty Bubble for his teammate right there. Nice little play right there. No worries about spending an ultimate. Isis ultimate was also expended to heal up, so just a little bit of trade of an ulti right there. Nothing that big of a deal, as I almost thought Medusa was gonna get that kill.
Yeah, it definitely is looking like it's gonna be in their favor. I kind of like the fact that we see Orphan rotating around a lot because the combo with Medusa, the taunt into the Medusa ult, will definitely give them some more guaranteed stuns later game and a lot of damage coming down. But as it is now, there hasn't been much room for the combo. We're still sitting at the 7 kills that we hit just a couple minutes ago. Both teams kind of realize, okay, wait, maybe we shouldn't just go hyper aggressive yet.
Yeah, right now, goal differential and XP differential is really nonchalant. Nothing really crazy going on here, as mid heartbeats will spawn and blue team will take right, and maybe even get a chance to take lefts here as if they can get the timer on there. So big look in the back right now. Otherwise, just taking a look at the overall picture of the map, we got standard itemizations going on. Cooldown boots on top of the Sobek, power boots. Looking Jotun's on here, top of the Hoombot's going to get built up. Isis is the one that was a little bit questionable to me with the Soul Reliquary first. But ended up going into the boots right now. Probably going to end up going into a Toph next as well. So that will start her stacking items online soon. The Kepri, though, reinforced shoes. Pretty good, especially with a lot of the CC that they've got going on in the game right now. As Athena's getting ready to ult the left-hand side of the map here. We'll see what happens, as that might have just been a bait ult. And yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah, it looks like a very good disengage from Bot Empire. Just kind of jump away. They got the ult. They're like, okay, Athena doesn't have the ability to travel across the map now. We can relax, just back off and, reset. Let's go farm up.
Well, it looks like Zek is just going ahead and chasing his counterpart around. Fine OK going to be running around mid-heartbeat or mid-lane minions will be taken right there, and Gold Fury seems to be objective. You got to be careful. There is an Isis Circle of Protection on top of this. This could be the key. Looks like this is a bait as well, so both teams kind of feeling themselves out. Medusa ultimately going to get 2 right there. The stun comes out. Zerk's going to be in a little bit of trouble, but the big Fear No Evil gets 3 or 4. There goes a bounce. Will Dirty Bubble teleport in is the question. Masterful Shot does a ton of damage, but it doesn't matter. But they're so low on red, they can fight this out. Fates is coming through, but he's in trouble. He doesn't need to really be in the spot right now, but unless he gets a good wall, his team, World Weaver being channeled, big taunt.
Now we're going to see Fates kind of turn around. Now we see him pick up this kill. He's going to chase down Man Ray as most of his team is following up on this example. They're going to turn, probably start this Gold Fury as they've now zoned out Bot Empire. Bot Empire not able to.
They're really low though. Yeah, Sops is taking a lot. They can't. I don't even think they can take this Gold Fury, right? Like, this is a really low. If they can get any kills out of this, can Sabbath have it not in time right there to go ahead and do anything about it? Circle Protection was already used. No Centaurus anymore to pick up anything. And really, you know, when you want to talk about Gold Fury, if you lose Gold Fury, if you can get kills, it's kind of like, if I can get 2 kills, we're even. If I can get 3 kills, we came out ahead. Not being able to get any kills is always hurtful, especially when a situation when they're all super low. But I got to give it to Salamander Squad. Excellent job of sitting there, swapping out the what's the word? Aggro of the Gold Fury. That's the word I'm looking. Gotta go back to my MMO days. Got aggro, man. Gotta go back to those days sometimes. I had an MMO flashback. It's like, crap, I'm in raids. What am I doing? I got aggro.
And, I mean, on top of the aggro that they traded off, they also managed to zone out Bot Empire with really just iFates there kind of leading the front line. The other 4 were back on the Gold Fury, and they were just, I guess, so afraid of the damage that this Cabrakan's been putting out that they didn't want to aggress too hard into it. And that's, I mean, there were 4 easy kills there if they could just get in.
I mean, it was so close. I mean, if they were just in a little bit of a better spot, maybe one was a little to the left on the top side of it by Gold Fury would have been different. Maybe if Centaurus was held out a little bit longer. Again, there's all these ifs and what you want to go ahead and think about. But at the end of the day, they didn't get anything. They're going to go ahead and get these. Oh, Cabrakan's going to blink it over the wall, but he goes into a Fear No Evil. Medusa's trying to fall over here. Dirty Bubble's going to be in trouble. Ultimate does come out on the top side. He'll clean that up. The Tremors are doing work as Man Ray's going to fall on the back end of things. Sobek's on the top end trying to chase out the Ao Kuang. But the question is Sabbath going to be able to get out? He doesn't have an ultimate available. Not going to matter as Fates on this Cabrakan. He's been playing well all day.
And it's a 3-for-1 trade, and now we're, like, Fates is just running the show. With, like, the CC that he's had, he knows pretty much exactly where he needs to be. His positioning's been top-notch. His ability usage has been, like, in the proper order. He hasn't really used anything, like, excessively. And he always seems to just throw out the right thing at the right time.
It was a little bit of a mishap, obviously, and it was just an accidental. He didn't know a Fear No Evil was coming out. He blinked into a Fear No Evil, but it was at the very edge, so it didn't even matter. Like, he didn't go into the middle of it. It wasn't really stunned very long. Now, Dirty Bubble gets a kill on top of the Medusa, but on the back end of everything, again, the wall, the Tremors, everything just ended up being cleaned up. They got 2 more kills. I mean, right now, look, Sabbath is on this Kemper. He's just trying to farm out the best he can, and well, he'll get the mid-back Harpies by himself as Chiron just kind of slowly doing everything he can, but this is 1 ADC versus 2. When you really think about it, I mean, you got 2 Guardians and then there's 3 carries. I mean, the 2-3 meta is like, it's still strong.
And it's definitely going to start playing a hand here as we start to transition into the late game. Both of the characters still sitting at the edge of the mid game, you know, sitting around the 10 to 13 levels across all characters here. But with the Hunters, they're starting to get their items up. And obviously, all the tankier characters are getting their protections as well. This is going to start hurting on Bot Empire if they can't pick off the right targets.
Yeah, I mean, they got to make sure
start focusing.
It's tough now. Again, like, you've got 2 games in a row. Bot Empire is now going to be down in about 1,800 gold, 2,500 experience. Salamander Squad playing very, very well right now. On the top end of things, we'll see this fight going on. Oh, Dirty Bubble ended up getting pretty much rooted right there. A little bit of Rising Dawn protection is going to be used. Sops is going to be able to get a little bit rooted, but he'll be fine. Ward game coming out right now in the mid lane. Isis uses Spirit Ball. No stun available right now, so they're going to go in knowing that right there. And without an Isis Spirit Ball, no one's really scared, but no taunt connects, so we'll just back up.
The rotation's coming over. Neith's going to get a beautiful double root there. Spear Ball going to come out onto Orphan, but not really going to do much to the tank here. And now we're going to see the aggression. Fear No Evil going to come out, but it only grabs Orphan. We're going to see Medusa throw out the ultimate. A lot of damage coming down. Fine, okay, going to pick up the kill on the Dirty Bubble, but a lot of damage down getting put onto Fates as it is found by Chiron. Wowie going to pick up the kill there. But Dirty Bubble, or Fine OK, going to come into the background, blinking in and managing to get that execute, going to fall down. Man Ray saved barely by that Khepri ultimate, and it looks like Salamander's going to come out just slightly ahead on that fight.
Those guys got to be like best friends. How many times has Sabbath saved Man Ray today? Like, those on the Khepri, like those got to be like really good buddies.
Oh, but Sheikah going to still pick up Man Ray. No Khepri ult for the second time, and Chiron being forced out, but just the games we've seen, Sabbath has saved Man Ray like 6 times.
I wonder how many gems. I wonder how many gems Man Ray pays Sabbath. Just be like, yo, just ult me. Just make sure I'm alive. See what happens. But in all reality, Sabbath is playing as God very well. Man Ray not necessarily out of position by any means, just the aggressive nature of the team composition forcing these ultimates to come out in situations. And Sabbath's been able to keep his team alive the best he can, but as you said, you only get one for every... What's the cooldown on Khepri's ultimate? About 90 seconds right now with no CDR. So you only get once every minute and a half. Until then, you got to make sure you're alive the second time.
And it's definitely, in that last fight, I feel almost kind of bad for Man Ray because, they're sitting under their tier 1 and their tier 2.
It's tough.
I feel like you should have protection there, and Salamander squad was just like, nah, we're going to come at you.
Well, the one thing I didn't like is, as you said, Orphan, I think, was the only one that ended up getting caught in the Fear No Evil. The Humbot's ultimate has to be used on more than one target, Unless you're doing a gank, and if you're doing a gank in the lane, that's fine. It can be used on one target. But if you're in the middle of a big team fight, you have circles. You have circle protection. You have the Fear No Evil. You have all those abilities. You have a Sobek ultimate. You are team circles. You have 3 out of your 5 players are, ultimates that can sit there and destroy people. And you got to make sure you use those on top of each other. And just right now, that combination isn't being used where 2 or 3, even 4 people get hit by the Fear No Evil, which leads into the Isis ultimate. If those all get stacked on top of each other, beware. Like, you're dead.
Absolutely, and now we're still seeing this grouping over towards the Gold Fury, and actually Orphan going to get caught out, a lot of damage coming down. Circle of Protection is going to get used, but it's not going to find the kill. Fear No Evil just gets thrown out, and it doesn't manage to find anybody there.
I think it might have just been tried to use to get a little bit of damage on top of Orphan, but again, able to sneak out, nothing, and iFate's able to get back all the tanky targets and the backing right there. Oh, there's a Al Kwong just around the corner, just half-healthing people level 15 right now.
And this is exactly like what we were mentioning earlier, is all of a sudden Al Kwong just is going to show up, and he's this big powerhouse that they all of a sudden have to deal with. He's been sitting in solo lane farming. He's now 2-0-2. And a beautiful blink coming down. He's going after Man Ray, but a nice pluck going to pull him away, managing to save Man Ray's life one more time. And a
Dirty Bubble's trying.
Might actually spell the trouble for Fine OK.
He got killed right there. Nice little 1v1, able to sit there and take it out. Dirty Bubble gets the solo kill. Doesn't matter though as the Tremors come out. No jump of it. Nice grab though, but there goes the ultimate coming out the Medusa. You don't want to be looking there. No one does. The slow doesn't matter. iFate still cleans up the Dirty Bubble. Big kills coming out. Can Wowie get the kill? Wow, nice job by Wowie. Able to sit there and get on the snipes on top of iFate's big root. Got 2 out of the 3 right there. Rising Dawn going to be used to make a little bit of poke. Big 3-man taunt though. B's got to be forced out right now. Oh man, this is bad. Orphan under tower. Way too long. Double kill for Wowie. He's on a rampage. 5-0-1.
That was a beautiful turnaround for Bot Empire there. Managed to pick up 3 of the members. The only 2 that lived were the Hunters, and they actually look like they might be in a bit of trouble as Sabbath is chasing down Sheikah. They're not able to find the Spirit Ball from the Isis, and it looks like they're going to turn away from it. But they're grouping up on the right-hand side of the map. They're going to take some of this experience, and they might still be looking for a fight as the silence comes out. A plug going to force the beads off of Sheikah, and now it's going to be a full retreat from Salamander squad. Nobody there to come in and protect them yet.
I mean, right now, again, this is the second Gold Fury that they did lose earlier in that fight. They ended up getting a couple kills in return, as we see the graphs a little bit going toward that way as they went down, but kind of tweaking its way back up after a few of those kills went their way. It's just, this is kind of remnants of the game 1 that we just saw. This was about the same time when the second Gold Fury went down. This is about the same time where Salamander squad really started playing aggressive. I mean, anybody that's at home, if you're watching this game right now, this is where you really need to watch Salamander squad. If they can execute the same game plan they did last time and keep as aggressive as they did, that's how you get rolling. That's how you snowball. This is the proper way to sit there and get that going. Taking 2 Gold Furies by 20 minutes will really get you ahead, and then you just got to be able to keep that lead and pressure it. Now, again, it's tough to come back. There's no denying it. Bot Empire can do it, but they got to make sure they win a fight, and they got to win a big team fight soon.
And with the way Salamander squad has been playing last game and this game, it's looking like Bot Empire. Like, while there is still the chance, they haven't really been able to collect themselves.
Or man rotation on the left side, yeah.
We see Wowie getting forced into his ultimate to try and live a little longer, but it doesn't look like it's going to go because there we go. Neath ultimate going to just go ahead and confirm that.
Zek ends up teleporting in, versus 4. So right now, this is a small base race. This is going to be a tier 1 for a tier 2 in the mid lane more than likely as we have it back and forth. I wish I had a split cam, but I don't have 6 computers like Hi-Rez to sit there and show that to you guys, so I'll just keep clicking along. But tier 2 will go down. They're going for the mid Phoenix. Circle of Protection is available. Yeah, right now the Sobek is just here to delay the backing. Tier 1 is going to go down and right as well. Can he go back is the question, but the Phoenix is the winner. It's going to go to blue first. Now he's trying so hard to stop this Phoenix from going down. Big ultimate. Ooh, this Phoenix in the left side is probably going to go down, but they're going to get the one in mid, so they're going to trade that out at under 20 minutes. 2 Phoenixes go down because of base races.
That was actually one of the more interesting things that I think I've seen in a long time.
That was crazy.
Often, like, every now and then you get to see a base race maybe for the Titan, but to just see the Phoenixes being rushed down. Now we have fire minions spawning on the left-hand lane for Salamander squad, but in the mid for Bot Empire. This is going to be
So who do you think has the with the Phoenix on the left being down for one and the Phoenix being down in the middle for the other? Who really ends up probably getting the better? Obviously, a lot of map pressure now going to be in the mid lane. You know, you're not going to have that ability to back up to your towers. But, you know, do you think it's better because it's on the left-hand side because of the Fire Giant, or do you think that the mid lane pressure that's now going to be open on the map is more helpful for Bot Empire?
I think Bot Empire comes out ahead, not necessarily for the pressure, but just because they really needed that gold. They've been sitting down 2 gold Furies, and Salamander Squad's kind of been running this, and while the gold lead is still definitely in favor of Salamander Squad, that did help them. The tier 2 and the Phoenix definitely helped them get some of that extra, you know, pocket money to get a little bit higher items, but Salamander Squad does get the pressure in the lane opposite the Fire Giant, and we see, as you can look on the map, the minions have been pushed up by Bot Empire to kind of help allow them to contest this Fire Giant over here.
Oh, that's the Fear No Evil. Yeah, Fear No Evil going to come out. But there goes iFates on top of an Athena ultimate. He's so tanky and strong, he's not going to be able to get out. There goes more snipes. Wowie is playing absolutely out of his mind on top of this. Chiron right now, Pluck coming in. There goes Orphan right now. Bot Empire's fight to lose. Symeth gets that kill after the dots tick. Right now, Neath is just clearing out a ward for the teleport. Nice job right there. Not going to be able to get in there. Doesn't matter. Derby Bully teleporting in. He's low health. Has to be careful at this point in time. Capri ultimate is up and available. He's going to go in, but he's going to get taunted out. He's going to go ahead and ult the Hoombots, and, well, now he's just running for his life.
And we actually see a 3-for-0 trade.
Yeah,
there.
Big.
Bot Empire able to turn that around. If they can get this Fire Giant for free, then there's no Circle of Protection to really confirm it. But if they could,
the ping's coming out on the left. They know fire minions are coming. Yeah, they're pinging left. There's a whole wave. There's a lot of minions coming through the left hand side. As I'm looking at that, as the Fire Giant might get started up. The right hand side does have 2 players in the Medusa and the Alquang available. Fine, okay, and Sheikah is going to be hanging out there. Isis will clear that up. It looks like Chiron's going to solo gold. Now they're willing to maybe not give up this Fire Giant. It's not. I don't know if they can actually do it with 2, but here comes Athena ulting in. They might be able to do it with all 3 of them.
And it's definitely going to be with this Fire Giant. If Bot Empire can't contest this,
they don't see it. They're all backing.
One Phoenix down.
Yeah, this is not. They don't see it. They don't see it. This is bad.
This might be the game for them. This might end up actually costing them.
Yeah, that.
Now, they already have a Phoenix down. They only have 2 tier 2s waiting. Those will fall very easily with 2 hunters that have Fire Giant.
So that's the difference in having Spectator Client and knowing where everything's at. Like, you can see what's going on. Obviously, the ward got taken out earlier by Neath. Now, you didn't think that was important, like this ward that I'm hovering over. There was a blue ward right there, and that was the vision. That got taken out by Neath earlier in that fight. Ended up going back. They didn't re-sentry it. They don't even have any, I don't think. Now they do because they all backed. But at that point in time, everyone was backing. They thought Gold Fury and protecting left lane was more important, which it really was. It was good, but then there was nobody in the right side of the map to take care of Fire Giant. All of a sudden, Salamander Squad picks up a free Fire Giant. Now the pressure's on. Can Bot Empire defend?
Allowing them to use that Athena ultimate. Like, Salamander Squad has been on point, using this Athena ultimate to just get her wherever she is needed most. And in that case, it was a free trip to the Fire Giant. What went from 2 people who might not be able to take it became 3 people who got it easily, and now all 5 members, 4 of them rushing down mid. We have Cabrakan coming up in the background. The tier 2 is going to fall, and now the tides are starting to turn. Salamander Squad's going to go ahead and push down hopefully for this middle Phoenix.
They're going to give it a chance right there. Big Spirit Ball did come out. Nice little poke right there, but Fire Giant buff going to regen him. Looks like they're going to try to sit there and maybe split for this right tier. Ooh, excuse me, little hiccups going on right there, as the right tier 2 is going to be the objective. Orphan's going to go ahead and tank this up for free. No worries. Fire Giant buff will heal him back up. And then it's really their choice. Again, left Phoenix has respawned. Mid Phoenix has respawned. All the Phoenixes are back up and running. Left one's obviously the weakest. Well, it's going to be a chance to defend. Man Ray does have ultimate. Circle protection can be big right here. Spirit Ball is going to be off the mark. Big blinking by Eye Fates, though. And here goes a race with Man Ray.
Now we're going to see Fear No Evil come out. It's really only going to hit the Cabrakan, but Cabrakan going to throw down the wall, throwing off the team from, protecting his team from the rest of them. He's going to give his own life, but it looks like they might be able to pick up the Sobek here. Sobek going to dash back into the Phoenix. They didn't really get the damage that they want, and they end up trading off Eye Fates for Man Ray. Not sure if it was really that worth.
No, it really necessarily wasn't right there. I mean, Man Ray got blinked on so hard, though. I mean, it's like Fates ended up dying to there. They trade out a 1-for-1. They lose a Fire Giant buff Guardian, which is pretty important. They're going to go after this left Phoenix as long as they can get this other Phoenix. And if the mid one doesn't go down, it doesn't go down. But this one's pretty weak. They should be able to clean this up. Looks like, oh, nice little toss back. Looks like the Medusa's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Dirty Bubble has to get the ultimate. Nice stun out. Oh, there goes a Sobek. Got caught. Execute. Going to be good. Fine, okay, we'll clean that up. That means that's going to be a dead Phoenix right now. Oh, man, looks like Fine, okay is just trying to so much damage with Wild Storm.
Yeah, Bot Empire trying to put up a good showing here, but Salamander squad's just playing it right. But a nice Spear Ball going to come down.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Actually going to see Neath fall there.
That was really nice.
That was a really, really wonderful play. Nice through the wall. Fear No Evil going to find two of them. Orphan getting low and Sheikah getting low, but not quite enough to find the kill on either of them. The dashes both coming out.
That's kind of what I thought was going to happen.
Bot Empire chase.
Yeah, I kind of thought they weren't going to get the mid Phoenix. I thought it was going to be a little bit too much for middle Phoenix to go ahead and go down there. Take the left right there, and that was fine. They still didn't get the right either, so it ends up being, like you said, with that, Fates jumping in there and being so aggressive. It was a nice play to get rid of Man Ray, but you ended up losing a pretty aggressive Guardian, and it didn't get anything out of it but a Phoenix that was already down once and about a half health mid. So it's going to be really regrouping here. Fire Giant's up in about 90 seconds again. They have about 30 more on it. We'll take a look at Golden Hand. Over 2K for Al Kwong, almost 2K on the Medusa. What item did she end up picking up right here? Going into a heavy mace. This looks to be that like mage-esque build. Might be a Jotun, so she can get a little bit more cooldown reduction on her ultimates. Or even a Titan's Bait. Might just go full pen.
Full pin, like any penetration here is definitely going to help. If they can get this next Fire Giant, then the Phoenixes will fall very easily. Of course, having two Hunters is always going to help with that, but if they can lose, if Bot Empire focuses down Orphan and Eye Fates and they just take out the frontliners that Salamander squad has, they do stand a chance of turning the fight around and actually forcing them all back to the base in a coffin.
Again, at any point in time, if all three combinations of their circle ultimates hit, if the spear, if circle of protection into a lurking in the water, into a Fear No Evil can somehow connect on top of one of these Phoenixes. Now we'll look at the Phoenix. It's a small little area. If that fight ends up happening, or by the Fire Giant, which might be contested in about 30 seconds, if those three ultimates can hit 2 or 3 players, and if they're lucky 4 somehow, that could be a big team fight that they can end up winning right there, as all those abilities do a ton of damage, especially when they're fully charged. So, I mean, be on the lookout. They just have to be able to execute it. And I see the draft. It's just they haven't been able to quite get it just yet. And obviously that's what we're here for. You know, this is an amateur tournament prior to Challengers Cup. This is for your practice. This is for you to go ahead and get better. Obviously, you want to win every tournament you enter, but this is the end of the game is for you to get better in the Challengers Cup, and this is the stuff that all teams need to practice, as we do see a blinking coming. Dirty Bubble in trouble, a little bit out of position. He might try to do the Fear No Evil, but he gets taunted. He's just going to get erased if he gets executed here so quickly.
Yeah, Dirty Bubble going in, but not able to find what he was looking for. Salamander squad does get the Fire Giant and a kill on the Dirty Bubble, and now it's a big fight back. We're looking at Man Ray getting really low. Fine, okay, going aggressive, and now they're chasing down. They've got the Fire Giant. They've taken out 2 members on Bot Empire, and so now the question is, can they just take down another Phoenix in the game?
Absolutely. Sop is going to be able to clean that up right now. That's going to be the big difference. 3. WoW is going to be back right now. Middle Phoenix will fall. This could be the end of the game right here. Titan's got about 7,000 HP. They're going on at 6,000. There it goes right now. The taunt's going to come through. Doesn't matter. There goes the acid spray. Perfect. Yeah, I can't talk. All the abilities are being used right now as this Titan ends up falling. Salamander Squad will end up being your winners for this week's Friday Night Smash as they dethrone last week's champions, Bot Empire. Congratulations, Salamander Squad. And as always, please stay tuned with us for a player interview for Salamander Squad. Their representative will be in here. We'll ask them a few questions. If you have any questions in chat, go ahead and just spam them out there. Be like, hey, Freight, I want you to ask this guy this question about, whatever, about a build. If you guys have something in chat that you want to know, you want me to ask, by all means, please let me know, and I will make sure to go ahead and ask that question to the best of my ability. Don't make it anything retarded and crazy like, do you have a dog? Unless you really want to know if the person has a dog. But then I'll ask. I love you guys, chat. Of course I'll ask if he has a dog. Anyways, we'll see what player interview. I can't guarantee who's actually the representative for Salamander Squad. I believe it is Fine OK, so he will be the representative for Salamander Squad. Give us a few minutes, guys. Goremeister and me will be ready to go with the player interview. All right, guys, and with us today is the team representative for Salamander Squad in what was a great performance from them all tournament long, Mr. Fine OK. How are you doing today, buddy?
Awesome. It was a great tournament. I'm glad we won. So good stuff.
First and foremost, obviously, congratulations. How does it feel beating last week's champions? It's got to feel good.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. Dirty Bubble's team, I guess Man Ray's team, and I'm not sure who the captain is, but they're a really good team, and I'm glad we were able to beat them and take out the number 1 seed this week. So yeah.
So obviously, questions are for future Challenger Cup. Are you guys the squad? Is this what you're going to stick with? How are you guys feeling going into Season 3?
Yeah, this is our squad, and we're definitely going to stick with it. We've been playing really well in scrims on the PTS and everything, and we're going to stick with this squad and going to play in the open bracket, and there's going to be some tough competition, but it should be fun, and I feel like we have a pretty good chance. So.
Nice. Score. What questions do you have for my man?
Well, really, I'm actually really curious. In that last game, you decided to pick up Kabrakan, and I'm kind of wondering, where did that pick come from? It just kind of seemed out of the blue.
Yeah, Fates used to play solo, so he has a really wide god pool, I guess, and he's pretty much good with every god you put him in the jungle with. So he was like, I'm gonna play Kabrakan, and we were like, yeah, if it fits our team comp, it fits their team comp really well with the Isis and everything, Stunner out of Wing Gust and just ult the Kepri, and he can't do anything because he can't dash out. So it was just a really good pick, and Fates is good with pretty much every god in the game, so we trust him, and it worked out.
So who's your guys' who's the caller? Who makes is it Orphan that's making the plays, or is it Fates? Is it Jungler, or who's the one that's making a lot of the calls?
I guess in the early game it's a lot of Fates and Sheikah because they're controlling the game in the mid and jungle, of course. But I think we all put in our own things late game, I guess. like at some points it'll be one person, some points it'll be me, but overall I think it's even balance between the calls.
I mean, absolutely. So, hey, man, I'll give you the opportunity to shout your team out, yourself, whatever you want to say. The floor is yours for the next until you stop talking. So, by all means, it's yours, man. Go ahead.
All right, awesome. Well, shout out to my team, of course. I have Fates in the jungle. We got Orphan in support role, Sheikah in the mid lane, Amia's solo, and did I leave anybody out? Oh yeah, Sops ADC. Shout out to our team name that we're definitely going to change. It's just a temporary name, but shout out to the open bracket that we're about to play in, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. And yeah, shout out to my Twitch stream if anybody wants to check that out. It's twitch.tv/FinalK. I know there's not a lot of people who stream solo, so if you guys want to watch that, that'd be cool. And yeah, shout out to my girlfriend for watching me this entire tournament behind me. It was kind of intimidating, but it's fine.
Hey, man, shout out to she gave you the pressure you needed, man. Well, again, man, congratulations on your win today. We appreciate you guys coming out here. Hopefully we'll see you next week. We'll be ready to go. As always, Scoremeister, man, go ahead and shout out yourself. Any information you want to give out while we're doing our closing statements here?
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter. It's @Goremizer, all one word. And other than that, it was fun to cast. Hopefully I can come back sometime.
Absolutely, we're going to watch you back, Goremeister. You really helped us out today a lot as everything's going good. As always, I am Freight Train, the voice of Detonate. You can find me at FreightTrainX. You can Twitter me. You can do all that stuff. You can yell at me. You can say all the good things. But as always, I enjoy providing entertainment for you guys here for Team Detonate and everything we do at Friday Night Smite. It's all for you guys. Love you guys so much. So, everything closing out for Detonate. GG's to all the team. Bomb Squad out.